Chapter 2. Trapped. Chanel number 5 was the scent she wore when he'd taken her to the Bahamas, after they ran into his other woman while out on a date. It was also the scent she wore the night of her now favorite art studio's grand opening, after the girl called the morning of asking why he didn't visit her that night. This time, the girl showed up at his office, while Dee had surprised him for lunch, and asked why he'd been ignoring her. Where is he taking her now? And why is she going at all? Being awoke from a deep sleep after exhausting my body with a woman I'd always loved, only to notice she was leaving me for her husband, was a reality wake-up call I never ordered. "You look nice," I said once I located her, since she wasn't in bed and their bedroom was the size of a small apartment. "Thanks. I'd been looking for a reason to wear this dress," she answered as if I scared her. "So, you're still going tonight?" I asked with disgust. I did my best to hide it, but it was too obvious. "Yeah, he is still my husband," Dee answered with that excuse again. I couldn't express my feelings in words just yet, but my face did as I glared at her through her vanity mirror while still sitting on the bed. I'd just devoured her in hours ago. She kept her back to me as she met my stare. "Don't look at me like that," she snapped. "It's hard not to. I wake up expecting to be next to the person I lie with, and you're getting ready to be with someone else," I scolded her. "What do you expect me to do, Lynette?" she asked, almost yelling. "I don't expect you to go out with a man who possibly has a child with another woman. Y'all have been married for 6 years now and have not one kid," I replied with a stern tone, directing all my jealousy onto her. Anguish settled in instantly after saying this. Dee wouldn't look at me, but I could see the tears running down her freshly powdered face in the vanity mirror. For 6 years she had been trying, but not one. "I have nothing," she yelled with a mix of anger and sorrow. It stopped me in my tracks and prevented me from making an apology. I wasn't expecting this response. "Everything is in his name. Anything in my name is attached to his name. I have nothing of my own. I signed the damn prenup. He fucking owns me, Lynette!" She screamed at me in tears. She was trapped. For some reason, I couldn't see it until now, but Dee had been trying to escape all this time, and he evaded her every attempt. He closed any additional accounts attached to his funds. He restricted her travel and privacy with a chauffeur. Hell, I can barely come over unless he's out on business. Like a mouse drawn into a sophisticated trap only to feed its growling stomach, he'd used her insecurities against her and lured her in with his financial persuasion for a pretense of love she had always dreamed of. Clever cat. "I can help you, Dee," I tried to finish. "No, you can't," she interrupted. There was some truth in her statement. Anytime she'd been away from him for too long, he'd pop up. Once after a big fight, she stayed at my place for a few days. One morning I woke up to her packing her bags and heading out the front door. He was waiting outside. I tried to convince her to stay, but it was a hopeless effort. "I'd kill him for you," I said in a low and uncertain tone. I didn't know if I was serious or not. "If only that were possible," she responded. Although she said this sarcastically, there was some thought in it, as if the idea had come to mind before. "Would you be with me if you could get away?" I asked anxiously. The answer to this question was something I wasn't prepared for. I took a deep breath after asking and mentally prepared myself for her response. Did I want a life with her like this? I'd never thought of it until now. We're grown and out of our parents' house. These times are more accepting of a woman couple. I've always loved her in a way I couldn't explain. Way more than a friend or a sister. Is this why? "I love you so much more than I've ever loved him," Dee said while smiling. I grabbed her face without a second thought, wiped away her remaining tears mixed with makeup, and kissed her deeply. It wasn't my intention, but the pain that emanated from her weighed heavily on me, and I didn't want to let go. You don't have to go. I don't want you to go, I said as a last plea for her to stay. What followed was tears like gentle spring rain. I was a simp for her already when she was never mine to begin with. Yes, I do, she answered. A part of me understood why she had to. The other part couldn't fathom going back to how things were after what had happened. I couldn't just be her friend after this. I can't get ready like this. And he'll be here in an hour. Go ahead and go. I'll call you later, okay? She said before kissing me one last time. We walked down the stairs to the large double doors in front of her mansion, taking the long path to the parking area. I did my best not to look back before shutting the door of my car. I couldn't resist and looked up the long entrance path to her, still standing in the doorway. I love you, Dee, I yelled at her, hoping she would hear me before closing the doors. I love you too, she yelled as she closed them. She heard me, and she responded. The 33-minute drive home felt unreal. It felt like I was leaving home. My best friend wasn't just my best friend anymore. Leaving her felt so wrong. The further I got from her, the closer I got to reality. The reality is that when I entered my front door, she wouldn't be there. The smell of Chanel No. 5 is replaced with the scent of the automatic Hawaiian breeze in my living room. My master bedroom, once my haven of peace where I could enjoy my life without needing to weigh in on someone else's, felt hollow. My thoughts became my cage. What do I do now? How can I break Dee free from her chains? In a realistic sense, I knew things between us could be awkward before they could blossom into something beautiful. Divas in diapers to lovers and friends. It seemed silly to think this was even possible, even if I had shared more with her in a matter of hours than I had in over 25 years. I couldn't bring myself to grasp the concept of its possibility. Nevertheless, I still needed her out of said current situation. Minutes felt like hours as I pondered how to help her, even if not to aid my selfish desires. Her happiness was everything to me. Those cold words she'd mentioned echoed in my head, making me question my morals as well as what I was capable of. Throwing open the closet doors and scrimmaging through my things with determination, for I knew what had to be done. Even if it meant I had to pay the consequences, that would be okay. It wouldn't have been the first hit I took on her behalf, or even for the sake of someone I cared for deeply. As long as she was free, it didn't matter what happened to me. I had little to nothing to live for, no siblings, and my father passed away in the army when I was young. As for my mom, we haven't spoken in 7 years since she disowned me. Found it, I said to myself in the darkness of my closet with only the moon to lighten my room, since I was too lazy to change a couple of light bulbs. After getting to my feet, I grabbed my keys off the dresser and made my way out of my front door.